Martha MacCallum is here, and a lot of people are surprised because the animosity during the campaign of President Trump against Wall Street, specifically Goldman Sachs and J.P. Morgan. But Jamie Dimon is sort of a straight shooter, and he's saying, listen, we need these policies.
Yeah. I mean, you look at what President Trump is doing, and, you know, Wall Street has been fairly happy about the moves that he has made so far. I mean, obviously, we've been very focused on looking at this Comey situation. And it does, you know, there was a lot of word this morning that, you know, people were a little bit unnerved on Wall Street about this move. I think when you take a step back from it and you look at the sort of bipartisan disgruntlement against this FBI director, I think this was going to happen one way or the other. I think it's the way that it happened that has sort of rattled a lot of people. And it will come back to haunt him, and it will lead to instability in many different areas, politically and, you know, on the economic front in terms of his agenda and getting done what he wants to do. That's what he's going to have to deal with. I mean, this was a rash move that we saw last night. We still don't know exactly why this action was taken at this particular moment, but, you know, we'll see. And
everyone agrees it was going to happen, to your point.
Yeah.
So is it really as important as to exactly when? And let's face it, just last week, the idea that he said there were hundreds, maybe thousands of emails sent, and there was really a few of them. I mean, every time he opened his mouth, he compounded the problem. Once you have the Deputy Attorney General saying, hey, it's time for this guy to go, wasn't that the perfect opportunity to pull the plug?
Yes, except that there were mixed messages in the letters that came out. The letter that came out from the president cited the Russia investigation indirectly, and the letters that came out from Rod Rosenstein and Attorney General Jeff Sessions cited the Hillary Clinton situation. You know, it was interesting because yesterday we were going to do a segment on the show about James Comey anyway, and one of the things that we talked about, you know, as producers and an anchor and putting it together was, you know, boy, you know, he messed up on this hundreds of thousands of emails thing, and now they have to correct it. How much longer is Jim Comey going to be the story? I mean, that, in my mind, was the biggest problem, that he became the story. Now, as I said last night, part of that isn't really his fault. An FBI director has not presided over a dueling presidential campaign where both people are under FBI investigation. That was an unprecedented situation that he found himself in. But, you know, I think there does come a time when it just becomes too much of the story.
Yeah, I think he liked the limelight a little bit too much for someone who is in a covert business.
Paul Rove was on last night, called him a hot dog. Said he always has been.
Or a cowboy.
So we'll see.
Martha MacCallum, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.